Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing what we have been eating this week. I have got 4 meals to share with you. They are really easy, they go down well with kids, and also if you want to substitute anything out of the meals, then you can do really easily. I really hope you enjoy these recipes. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there because I post loads more foodie videos just like this one on my channel. So if you need a little bit of meal inspiration, then I would love for you to follow along. With all that said, let's just jump straight on in and get cooking. For tonight's dinner, we are going to be having some salmon and halloumi on the barbecue. And then on the side, we are going to have some new potatoes, but they're going to be crushed garlic new potatoes. And we're also going to have a little bit of salad too. For this meal, I have got some salmon, halloumi, some new potatoes here. And then I've also got this really nice basil olive oil. I have got some rocket pepper, tomato, carrots, spring onion, and some garlic too. So what I'm going to start off by doing is getting my salmon out of packaging, and then we're just going to do nothing to it but just literally stick it straight on the barbecue, skin down, and we're going to cook it for quite a while on a low temperature so that it cooks through the skin but it makes the skin really crispy at the same time. Once it's got about 5 minutes to go, we'll then add our sliced halloumi onto the barbecue and cook that on there for a couple of minutes on both sides too. While that's all cooking, I will be boiling up my potatoes until they are quite soft. Once they're soft enough, I'll transfer them into an oven-proof dish, and I will get a masher and just push down gently on them until they break apart. Once they're broken apart, I will then get my garlic and I will crush my garlic over the top of my potatoes, mix it all together along with a generous amount of this basil olive oil, and I will roast them in the oven on 190 degrees centigrade for about half an hour. Once your potatoes and salmon are cooked, I will then just serve this all with a little salad on the side, and then because the weather's been so nice, we're gonna eat it outside today. So dinner tonight is going to be a breakfast dinner. So we have got some sausages, some bread. This bread is so good. It's called Chewy Brown, and it's from a place called Real Patisserie down here in Brighton. We have got some baked beans, eggs, and a tomato. This will be for Chris and I. We'll just cut it in half. So what I'm going to do is just put the sausages either on the barbecue or in the oven. I'm actually going to do them in the oven today, so I'm just going to pop them on 190 degrees centigrade for about half an hour. I like my sausages when they're a little bit kind of burnt, but you can cook them however you want to. Once your sausages are nearly ready, I'm just going to halve my tomato, and then I'm going to pop the 2 halves into the same oven dish, and I'm just going to bake it for about 5 minutes or so. And then I'll just heat up my beans on the hob, fry some eggs, and toast this really nice chewy brown as well. And then I'll just put everything together. So I'll serve my toast, 2 sausages each, a fried egg, half a baked tomato for Chris and I, and then some beans on the side as well. Obviously you would think this would be like a full English breakfast, but why have it only for breakfast? It's just as delicious having it as your evening meal too. So the ingredients I have got for these creamy pork chops is 4 thick pork chops, which I will just slice into strips. I've got some mushrooms, some butter, some soft cheese, rosemary, 1 veggie stock, but you can use a pork stock if that's what you've got. I've also got some quinoa and bulgur wheat in there. I've got 2 potatoes, 3 cloves of garlic, and 1 onion. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to melt down some butter, and then I'm going to add in my finely diced onion and garlic and saute those off for a few minutes. Once they've sauteed for a few minutes, I will then add in my strips of pork steaks. Once those have browned off, I'll then add in my diced up mushrooms, along with 2 teaspoons of rosemary, 250 grams of soft cheese, and 300 mils of veggie stock too. I will also just cube up my potatoes and add that into the pan as well. And then I'm just going to turn this down to simmer for a good 15 to 20 minutes to make sure your pork steaks have cooked through completely, and also so that they tenderize a little bit and become nice and soft. While that's all simmering away, I'm going to cook up my bulgur wheat. So I cook this in the same way as I cook rice. I'm just going to bring it up to the boil, and once it's on the boil, I will then turn it down to simmer for 10 minutes, always keeping the lid on, and I will then turn it off after 10 minutes and just leave it for another 10 minutes to make sure everything's cooked through, because the steam is still going to be locked into your pan, which will be cooking your bulgur wheat away for the final 10 minutes. Once that's ready, you are then ready to dish up. So I just put my bulgur wheat on the bottom, and then I spoon over my creamy pork chop mixture. Right, so this meal is basically just using up lots of store-cupboard ingredients, and then I've obviously got some bacon here too, but because we've got the builders at our house, I've just always got loads and loads of bacon, either in my freezer or in my fridge. So what I have got for this little lentil meal is I've diced up 1 onion and 2 garlic cloves in here. I've got some cheese, some salt and pepper. In here I have got some red lentils, and then as you can see I filled this up with water because I always just soak my lentils first of all. You can see that this water is really murky. So by soaking your lentils, it's just getting rid of any excess starch that's on your lentils. I have got 400 mils of veg stock here. I've got some of this nutritional yeast. This is what you would cook if you're a vegan and you want to add like a cheesy flavor to something. You just add a teaspoon or so of this to your meal, and it adds so much flavor and a really nice, like I said, cheesy flavor to your meal. And I have also just diced up some bacon. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to saute off my onions and garlic in a little bit of oil. Once those have sauteed for a moment, I will just add in my rinsed through lentils, as well as 1 heaped teaspoon of nutritional yeast, some salt and pepper, and my veggie stock. What you want to make sure is you're adding double the amount of liquid than you are lentils. So if you've got 1 cup of lentils, you want to add 2 cups of liquid. If you're doing a big quantity, you just want to make sure that you add maybe another veggie stock so that it's 2 in total. I'm just going to put that down onto a low heat and let it simmer for a good 25 minutes or so to make sure your lentils are nice and cooked through and any hardness in them has gone. When that's got about 5 minutes left to go on the cooking, I will then start frying off my bacon. So I'm going to fry my bacon off until it's really nice and crispy. Once it's crispened up, you are then ready to serve. So I like to serve this in a bowl. I like to put my lentils into my bowl first of all. Then on the top, I like to add in some crispy bacon and then some grated cheese on top. This is a really quick and easy meal. As you can see, you've just used loads of store-cupboard ingredients, and it is totally delicious too. So there we have 4 meals that we have eaten this week. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.